Hello and welcome back to FrostFire Feed the Beast. It's been about 2 weeks since we actually recorded episode 6, and yeah, we have a lot of stuff to kind of show you and do and whatnot. Purple isn't here this episode, and he's been a bit busy, but hopefully he'll join me again for episode 8. But there's not too much I really have to do note this episode. I just want to note some changes and some stuff to do, like setting the power at long last. Well, up here it's pretty much the same, although I'm not sure if I had the pumpkins here last time, but I found them when exploring. If you look at my map here, I explored a lot. Yeah. I also managed to get a potato drop somehow, I think off a zombie, and I did kind of lower the number of sheep because it was getting a bit ridiculous. And we'll be moving these farms soon enough. Down here, I kind of destroyed the area a lot more, but I now planned out what I want to do with the base here, which is really cool. Okay, you see how this kind of comes to like a point here? Well, this is the general design I'm going with. Like, it'll be kind of glass walled. It probably won't have these blocks here and just like the outer ones. It'll be glass like all through here. Probably like here's where the dividing line would be, and all front here will be like a glass walled room with the door here. So yeah, this whole area will kind of be like an open glass area, and it'll be 2 floors. Like, I was thinking having a staircase down the center to the lower floor, and the top floor just kind of being the sides. I might switch it up so the staircase is on the sides. Then back here we'll have like the more industrial part of it with, like, you know, machines in the walls and whatnot, and then we'll have lower floors, and upper floor will be the farm. Anyway, that was just the idea so far. I looked into like the glowing glasses and different types of white stuff like marble, quarried stone, quartz, and that kind of stuff to use for it, because I want it to kind of be opposite the volcano but close by. Speaking of the volcano, I did a lot of work on it. Yeah, I don't want to do like a full tour again, but I fixed the claw, I improved the entrance, added aerial faceplate, put some smokers on the top, redid the lava a bit, and we'll do this later if there's time. Okay, so this might not work for me because I'm lagging, but yeah, it's set right, so it should shoot us right into the mouth. Woohoo! See what I mean about the lag and the... Okay, so here's the new volcano. Yeah, pretty fancy. Pretty much I moved this back and redid the entrance with the microblock stuff. So this is actually now in the center of the room. And I kind of pretty much mirrored the design front and back. Over here we have our ME stuff. And over here we have our machines. So let me show you that real quick. Okay, I know this kind of looks like a train wreck, but behind all of this, there's different wires and cables, sorting pipes, and getting everything ready. And if you come back here, you can kind of see more of the wiring, but I kind of filled it in mostly. Over here, we have aqueous accumulators hooked up to an ender tank to give it infinite water, because some of the machines use water. I'll seal this back up later. But yeah, there's one that uses the water, the glacial precipitator, to make snow and such. And this one actually doesn't even need power, so it's easier to hook up. But I need lava, and that's going to be this tank. So we'll make stone or such as we want it. But yeah, pretty much here's the chest you input into the induction smelter. Here's the one you input into the pulverizers. It will output in this chest, but if you flick this lever, it will send it into the redstone furnaces, or you can just put ores in this chest to send them there. The redstone furnaces output here, and so does the induction smelter. Here's the energetic infuser, which also outputs here. The glacial precipitator and the sawmill also output there. The glacial precipitator doesn't really need any, you know, input. It's just the water. So actually, I probably should have turned that off so it doesn't start making stuff as soon as it's powered. The ingenious extruder, I think, also inputs into the central chest here. The sawmill has an input and will go in there. And these are kind of separate from the rest. You put the stuff you want to melt down in here. It goes into the crucible. You can have it output here if you want to like put a tank. Flip the switch and it'll go into the fluid transposer. You can input more stuff to the fluid transposer here, and it will output into here. So yeah, and I have the ME stuff all wired up, and down here is actually a export bus, but it's currently off because it's active without a signal, and there's signals all over here. So yeah, but pretty much I try to make it nice in a wall system that turned out looking very, very horrible, but it works. And it should work efficiently once everyone remembers what's where. And by everyone, I mean me and Purple. So pretty much just Purple. And yeah, you can send the items directly into the ME, or just have them pile up in this chest. I think it's a really nice system. But later on, we probably will move all this stuff over to the other base and redo this to be more like automation. Like this volcano will be more of the automation part of it than the actual just everyday, oh, I want to smelt some ores machines. So yeah. Over here we have the ME, which currently isn't online either, but I have all these storage monitors, which you can actually pull stuff from because I updated them. 2 drives. The top 2 are full, and pretty much there's 30 drives in total. On this side, I kind of labeled the drives, like one for cobble and such. I'm not sure if I partitioned them properly or how they should have been done. I might have been a little sloppy, but hopefully Purple can fix that later. These 2 machines aren't actually machines in the ME, but there's the chest if we want to manually put stuff in. The condenser will... The condenser here will allow you to turn items into some kind of matter, and I know it's used to make things later on, but yeah, if I can, there we go. If I come back here, you can see the wiring. Most of the machines don't actually need wiring because they're automatically connected. They're next to another machine, but here we have the main thing. Okay, this is the ender chest combination we have for storage, and it has 6 fuzzy import buses all set to a stack. What that'll do is it will massively suck everything out of there and throw it into the ME drives. So it will pretty much act as, you know, we open the ender pouch, throw stuff in there, and it'll instantly go back to the base and into the ME system, which is really cool. Now, as you see here, the controller, this is all the stuff we have. The chest, 8 crafting terminals around the base, the drives, the fuzzy import bus 6 there, and 1 on the other side of the room, the crafting monitors, and the cable that's linking everything all over. So, yeah, let me show you the upstairs now. Okay, I moved everything from the other base over here and into these chests. I did have 2 of the storage things, you know, the black chest going into a crystal chest of a hopper, but I since removed the other one to put it down there. And this is just random stuff I kind of ran out of room for. Why are there 2 ores chests, you might be wondering? Well, I did a lot of mining off camera. A lot of mining. That's not as impressive, but yeah, look how many blocks of stuff we have. I didn't condense them all into blocks, but we have a lot of blocks. And for gems, we're kind of low on diamonds actually because I used a bunch recently, but still, we have a lot of resources now. Especially the gems here, which are kind of no longer useful. I'll show you all the mining stuff I did in a moment, but yeah. I pretty much just made this place look nicer, and you have all the stuff lined up nicely here. I have my strong box here, and my ender chest, purple's ender chest, and then the general white one with general stuff we can grab, and the green one, which has, well, various linking books and other bags. In mine, you can see all the tools I worked on. I have my repair again, the looting longsword, a very powerful battle axe, a very, very good heading sword, which works like 100% of the time almost. My quick picks, my quick pick, and the backup's actually up there. My silk touch pick, my lucky pick with a spare lucky pick, a paper pick, which is pretty much the same as the quick pick, only a bit quicker because it got another modifier. My axe and shovel, and those are the flux versions of them up there. And my steel tools from before. Pretty much I put flux on stuff because it allows us to recharge them with the energetic infuser down there. I think I mentioned that before though. And yeah, I also do have a working portal gun now. What happened was I actually tried to uncraft the other one while working on something I'll show you in a minute. But it turns out that one could not be uncrafted. So yeah, I actually was able to trade it for another star with one person on the server card. I actually think he's on now, but I think he's kind of AFK at his grinder. But yeah, so I got a working portal gun, which greatly helped with something else I'll show you in just a moment. Okay, well here we have the remodeled basement. I made it lower and made it pretty much the same. I haven't redone the smeltery over here. They say I got an access terminal, or the crafting room, or the enchanting room, I should say, over here, which I have some new stuff in as well. Actually, let's see if I can do this now. If I go in here, oh, and I forgot to sew something upstairs. Whoops. There, I put on the glasses, and if you look closely, you'll see that it has 2 chests. Select a book. And I need 40 levels. Purple got this. It's a Soulbound 1 book. He enchanted a level 30 book and got it, like, the first try. And what this does, anything with Soulbound is kept on your inventory in death. And apparently we can also put on ender pouches. So we can put it on our armor or ender pouches, not our tools because they're tinkerers, but still, it's very helpful. So I think I just... There we go. Okay. Now we got this, which is... took me 40 levels to make, but it's a soul-bound enchanted plate. Now if I put this in there... Yeah, this is very hard to aim stuff. Okay, we got the enchanted plate in the right place. We put the ink there. Now we put the books here. And it will start copying the enchantment onto those blank books. How cool is that? So yeah, it should only copy it 3 times though. Okay, we get this. Pick it up. There's the one we use to start the process. There's our first extra book. And there's our last extra book. Pick up. There we go. So we started with 1, we paid 40 levels, and now we have 3. How cool is that? I'll try working on copying some more of those books so we have a nice stockpile and applying them to items later on. We'll probably need a good bit of levels for that, but later on it shouldn't be much of an issue once we get a better enchanting setup. So yeah. But this room and the smeltery will be moved down, like the magic room over here, which I'll show you now. Ta-da! Awesome, isn't it? Also, if you didn't notice, I've been using wrath lamps, which are super powerful lamps that light up huge areas. So yeah. Well, here's the magic room. I made it all nice and kind of nature-y themed. So this is the magic room I've been working on. In here I have stuff that will be of use to us. This is the stuff we need to make that spell. So actually, let's start by making that. I think I left it here. Fire spell. Okay. So if I remember this right, you put the spell there. Just go with it. I think you flick the lever. I can't remember what you throw in to first to activate it. Maybe it was the blank rune. Probably the blank rune. There we go. Okay, I threw in the blank rune and it activated that. Now we see it says dust above it. So if I drop dust in. Okay, now the arrow. Now the snowball. So yeah, you keep dropping stuff in the center here. I'm not sure if I mentioned, but I did get the sunstone, the best one, and witchwood, so it's the max tier. I think I mentioned that last episode. Okay, sword. Red rune. Flint and steel. Dust. And lastly, it's always this last, spell parchment. Isn't that awesome? Now we have our projectile spell. Our first real spell. And look, when I hold it, I have fire. I don't want to shoot it here because it might burn down the room. But, yeah. And if I ever wanted to make the spell again, I have the book here. So I'll just put that back up here. And by casting a spell, we can get more levels, and we can use levels to unlock more components, and we use the components to make new spells. Like we can get a lightning spell by unlocking that. Actually, I think there is a way that we can get a new spell right now. If I remember right, the Infinity Orb is consumed. Ta-da! I got a blue skill point, which is one of these. Now I can unlock Gravity, Bounce, Lightning, can't learn Ignition, or Magic Damage. I think I'll go with Lightning. So yeah, that's how you unlock spells. This is green and this is red, I think. Yeah, I'm not sure. But yeah, these are like invisibility. These are like defensive, leap. Yeah, you can see the different things. But these are the offensive ones we'll be throwing at mobs. There are a couple other things I wanted to make real quick while we're down here that are magic-y related. Okay, I'm not sure how these help, because I know you can cast a spell without them, but they just felt like something we should be making. The first is this, which is a lesser focus with this, and a novice spell staff. And the second one I'll need to look up because I forget the exact shapes. Okay. Okay, we have a mage hood. a mage robe. Don't ask me why it uses light blue. Well, I don't have the slightest clue. The mage leggings. And I think it goes something like... There we go. Oops. The mage boots. So yeah, now we have the full magic robes, and apparently the armor might level up or something. I know there's the battle mage stuff, but I don't have any essence yet, or I would have went right for that with the golden inlays. I don't have to make this fancier dust as much either. But yeah. Still, we got our spell and the robes, and we'll dabble with them in just a minute. Okay, you might remember this floor. It was the one that had the one spawner that was all disorganized. Well, I redid it. One, I found a villager when looking around. And I kidnapped him and brought him back here. And if you click him, you'll see he offers Mistcraft pages. Cool, huh? And over here... Yeah, this is the really cool room. See, this is what I use the portals on. I got a lot of spawners. Pretty much, I went around when I was exploring the map. And I went down here and up here. And I mainly hit the enchanted forests and found spider trees. Which is why I have so many poison spider ones. Also found a mine shaft. So yeah, I was looking around at those chests because I realized those chests give something very rare, iridium ore, which we're not going to be using anytime soon, but we are going to be using it later for making quantum armor, which is like the best armor in the game. Anyway, I was collecting spawners, and I managed to get a portal gun thanks to Card's help to actually bring them back in here easily before I grabbed them with the old portal gun and flew them back, but being able to just toss a portal, grab, and bring it through was a lot easier. So yeah, I'm not sure I'm going to build a grinder yet, but the goal is to build a nice grinder for experience, and maybe even turn into liquid experience, and then send it through the pipes and whatnot, and, you know, make it cool like that. So yeah, and the last floor down here is the mine. Yeah. As you see, I did a lot of mining with the turtles. Pretty much at the turtles excavate 32 and down because we were in need of gold. And I did 50 in all directions from the center, roughly. And made this huge room. And I decided to make a cool little observatory level. This is going to be the actual one. That was the temporary one. But I just wanted to keep it so I could show you guys. But yeah, I made ender chests for each turtle, powered by 4 redstone engines to a pipe into a diamond chest. I would then drop into another diamond chest to make sure I had enough room. Then over here, I had auto crafting set up. Actually, that engine's facing the wrong way. Oh, because I removed the pipe there. Anyway, yeah. But when the stuff overflowed, I put a vacuum hopper this time. So yeah, this was my auto crafting setup. Not the best, but it worked. And yeah, I think I have the turtles down here. I lost some of the original turtles. Miners 1 and 4, I believe. Yeah. They had unfortunate demises. 4 accidentally fell in lava when I collected it because the lava didn't recede in time, and 1 just vanished. I guess I mined it, didn't grab it, and thought I did. But I made these new advanced turtles, which I'm really not sure what they do over the normal ones, but they were gold, so yeah. And one thing you might notice is that I dug into our mine over here, and that's because right here is where the ladder and elevator used to be for it. I kind of got rid of that whole thing, and I might make an observatory under the other base, kind of like I did over there. So I have one over here and one over there in this huge cavern that's mined out or something. I don't know, it could be cool. But I need to better light up this place using wrath lights or wrath lamps later on, and I still need to redo this. The base is still under construction, not sure if I mentioned that. Anyway, here in my strong box, there we go. I have some other things to know. Oh, I keep forgetting to mention. Yeah, when I was mining with the turtles, I got a ton of experience from mining ores I grabbed before they did. And I enchanted a bunch of diamond armor. I'm wearing the set right now. So, yeah, I have protection, aqua infinity, projectile protection, magic resistance, unbreaking, protection, and magic resistance, and a new pair of longfall boots. One thing I have been working on... Oops, wrong chest. One thing I have been working on is getting stuff ready to rematch the Wither. So, yeah, that's kind of been one of our goals. Actually, here's kind of how I've been planning it. It's not really going to be a season, but instead I'm calling it kind of like act or chapter. I think I'll be going with chapter. Anyway, I plan to try and end chapter 1 around episode 10, and I guess the big thing of chapter 1's focus was finding a base and getting things powered. So for chapter 2, I want to delve more into exploring and machines and working on stuff like IC2 and Thaumcraft. While I'm not going to maybe be touching them as much for the rest of chapter 1 and just focusing on getting everything working, building the bases, and getting power all sorted out, and rematching the weather. So yeah, that's one thing I want to mention. Okay, so I want to craft a couple things. The first is a heart canister here, which is the Tinker's Iron that gives you a permanent extra heart for each one you have. You can have 10. Unless they changed it. So yeah, here's the crafting recipe, and I found enough hearts and bones to make 8 at the moment, and I have the stuff ready to make the other ones. So okay, if I take this, I take it in here, and I put it here, and ta-da! I have extra hearts. Watch as they slowly appear now. There we go. But now I have extra hearts, so I'll be less likely to die. Okay, another thing I want to make that I knew I could make for a while, and seems kind of late because I already got a portal gun, is a gravity gun. I have no idea how to operate this thing. I literally have no idea how to operate this thing. So I'm just going to put in this chest, but the idea was I was going to throw purple with it. Still plan to do that. Also, I found the Hoa growth and the pickaxe as the core while looking the spider trees. The Hoa growth I hear is really good and can like grow anything instantly. Also made a Thaumcraft wand to start that. There's the iridium ore. Found these division sigils while I was exploring too. I have one downstairs, and that's one thing I wanted to do. I am saving that for something later on, you'll see. And I have made enough coke oven bricks to make 1 coke oven. But my goal was, when I redo the smeltery, I want to add blast furnaces and coke ovens and make it more automated and bigger. But I currently haven't done that. I just made these, which the recipe is like that. I don't know how to get those, but yeah, that's how I made it. But 26 only makes 1 coke oven. And I still need to get a lot more because I want to have at least 3, probably a few blast furnaces so we can make steel more simply too. But yeah, that was kind of the goal. Also, just to check, do you guys like how I'm doing these episodes? Because I kind of don't like them because it's more of a recap. Like, I do a bunch of off-camera stuff. And I'm not sure if I mentioned this before, but it's actually been 2 weeks since episode 6, and we've been working on a lot of, like, the building and getting all the machine parts and whatnot, which isn't a very fun process to watch. Okay, maybe me grabbing the spawners was something I probably should have recorded, because that was a bit interesting, but overall, it wasn't too interesting, and we're more preparing for stuff to record, but at the same time, I feel like so much happens that I spend nearly the whole episodes recapping and not really doing new stuff. But, yeah, I can't remember if I showed you this before. This is the lava power room. I made it even more fancy. I need to get wrath lamps down here. Anyway, here's the tank. Now, each one of these tank blocks holds 16k MB or mega buckets, I don't know. And I didn't connect the tank behind the ladder yet in case I wanted to have 2 different tanks, but this is what we'll store the lava in. Lava will come through these liquid ducts into the magmatic dynamos, which will power this, go into this energy cell, then go over to the machines and over to the ME. The ME cable runs back through here and down and all about to all different places. So yeah, cool, isn't it? Now the big thing I've been holding off to do for this episode, which has been really hard for us not to do sooner because we have a big power shortage, especially once I got rid of the steam dynamos, is set up the Nether Power. So yeah, we're going to set up the Nether pump right now. Okay, as you see here, this chest is pretty empty, but we have the storage tank, redstone engines, a lever, and the pump. And we also have these, which I need to fill to make them the impulse ion ducts. I need to fill to make more tesseracts. And I haven't really looked into that yet, but those are the only thermal experience that aren't on the wall. So yeah, I have a book to another outpost I made upstairs. It's far enough away from spawn that it should not be an issue for anyone going to the Nether soonish. And actually, let me just grab something real quick. There's some fluid ducts. Okay, so let's just go there and see if we can get it working. Okay, so this is a little Nether outpost I made. It's pretty far, as you can see. It has a nice little hut. Eventually, we will probably have to remove the pump to another place when the lava dries up here. But haha. I also put the book in a place, hopefully gas can't blow it up. But anyway, I have no idea how to do this, so let's just put the pump there. Okay, I heard that 4 redstone engines would be enough power. And I assume I'll just put liquid duct there and the ender tank there. And if I'm right, this should just work once I start flicking the levers, and it will pump through that block and get us infinite lava, which will translate to infinite power. Okay, it's not at max power, but it is powered. There we go! It's working! It's working! We're getting lava. Oh, it's not max power because the engines are still warming up. And I guess the item duct there really isn't needed, but... Oh my god! I didn't know they could break basalt! Okay, that was... He apparently saw me through the little holes and decided, hey, that nice micro-blocked wall you worked so hard on. I don't like it. Let me just try and, I can't really repair this. I don't have enough resources. Darn ghast. I guess it's getting enough power. I don't think I can right-click this for any sort of interface. But it's pumping. We're positive that, and that's now full of lava. That's going to really annoy me that's off-center, but I'll fix it later, along with the wall. So now let's head back and see if everything turns on and nothing explodes. I never set up a power system this advanced before, and purple's not around either. So, yeah, hopefully this doesn't explode. Okay, the reason this hasn't flown in is because I haven't turned that. And if I turn that, it should... Is it working? It's draining, but I don't see... Oh, there we go! It's working! And any second now, these should come online. Unless I made the tank way too big. I don't know. Let's just give it a minute and we'll see if anything happens or if I just massively screwed up. I heard that the pump was chunk loading, but it might be that it's not. I don't know. Let's just give it a minute. Okay, apparently it's doing something. Because the lava's still rising. My guess is it hasn't got enough lava in the tank to power the machines yet. And the lava's instantly draining out of there. If I turn this, it should go back to... Yeah, it's filling up with lava. So, apparently I just made too big of a tank, so it's going to take a while to catch up. Fantastic! Okay, I think you could actually put a spell... Thank you. I think you can actually put a spell on a... Stop doing that! Okay, from what I remember, you could actually put a spell on a staff. So if the staff would be kind enough to actually come out this time. Put the staff in there, put the spell there. I have no idea if this works. Probably should cast the spell first without putting it on the staff to make sure. Anyway, let's go, I'll fix this little issue and we'll go cast it. Okay, don't I look so dangerous and magical? I actually don't, but, yeah, you can see the little robe icons over there now, and, let's find a target. How about this tree? Oh, right. I didn't name the spell yet. When you make the spell, you get to choose what icon you want, and, let's call it fire. No. That's better. So when I cancel this, it will now be named and... Oh, I think you actually have to cast an entity. That's where I'm messing up. Let's go find an entity. Hey, look! Entities! Wait. Wait, is that actually the problem? I think I don't have enough mana to cast a level 1 spell. Oh, I think I might know why. We might have made the crafting altar too good that it made the spell too powerful. That could be a thing. Because every time I cast it, it kind of just flashes the mana bar there, and you see I have 100 of 100 mana, and this says very high mana cost. Well, that sucks. I have to research this a bit more. I really was hoping to blast some sheep. You get to live today. Okay, I put the spell in the staff. Let's see if that does anything. Oh! That worked! Okay, apparently it has a few uses, but we'll fire the spell now. I think I might only have it temporary now, but... Fireball the sheep, and... Well, I'm leveling up like crazy. I'm already level 5. Boom. And my mana is increasing as I level up. Boom. And the staff is gone, and so is the spell. But at least I'm level 7. And we did get to finally fire the spell. And my armor is not leveled up, though. Darn. So, yeah, I got a few levels, so let's head back to the... Oh, it's night. It's night. We have to do this. We have to do this quick. I'll turn back into a blaze. Okay, as soon as it turns midnight, we have to perform the ritual. What's the ritual, you ask? Don't ask questions. Okay, as soon as it turns night, we need to sacrifice something on here. Okay, we have a redstone circle, the auto circle on dirt. You can see the moon. It has natural dirt. It's dark enough, but it's too early for the sacrifice to be made. I can't remember exactly what the sacrifice is, but when everything's right, it says, you know, it's ready. So we'll just have to wait a few minutes for the moon to be up. Okay, here we go. Too early. Too early, too early, too early, too early. Oh, I really hope this doesn't mess up. Then I'll have to wait. There we go. It's glowing. It's glowing. Oh boy, that was a bit... I didn't expect it to be that big. This is a problem. I thought the magma torch would stop the cursed soil. What the hell is that Kate wearing? Okay, but the point of all this was to get a division signal that we can now use to make the unstable ingots. And I have to play containment real quick and hope that this cursed soil doesn't spread. No! Oh, that kind of helped. Wait, did it just blow up a diamond chest? Here, creeper. Come on, creeper, over here. Is it sad that I'm using creepers? Yeah, I can't let this one explode. It'll probably kill me. Well, we got the division signal. We also destroyed the front of where our house will be. And nearly killed ourselves. Even with the extra hearts. I have so much stuff to do off camera now. Okay, let's see if the power's working. I think I might know what's wrong with it. Okay, it's almost filling up the first layer of the tank. Dear God, this will take ages. But I think I know why it's not powering this. I didn't turn on the pipes. I didn't think I needed to. Apparently I do. So let me go do that real. Okay, well, one, I think I'm going to lock this away and avoid using that. I saw how deadly the ritual turned out to be. I don't want to play with ingots that explode if you can't craft in 10 seconds with lag. At least not yet. But yeah, the main goal of this episode was to show you what I've been up to and get this stuff working. Okay, I kind of don't want to do this too soon or else it's going to take forever to fill up, but okay, the top layer may not activate right away though. Can I put a lever? Thank God. Yep, that worked simply. Okay, it's filling with lava. And immediately going into the engines. And powering this. We currently don't have enough power, though. Yeah, there's not enough lava up here yet. But still, it's getting there. Hopefully this actually works out well. And if it is working, that means, yeah, everything should be coming online. Let's see. Oh, it's actually full of, power. Why isn't that lighting up more? I don't know. I'm used to the Buildcraft engines pumping. These kind of don't move, so I can't tell how well they're working. And this is... Okay, well, first it has to fill up all the machines. This is set to max. It should be inputting and outputting just fine. Oh, there we go. I saw power in there. We are powering the machines. It's alive. And it has a lot of MJs stored. So apparently the Emmy is officially online now. Yep, we have power. Go over here. All the machines are operational. The power is filling up. I think I'm going to hold off on putting items into the Emmy until purple's on. I'm ablaze, that's why I can't fit through the hole. Silly me. But yeah, we have tons of power on the controller here, as you can see. It's not using... or it's using that much per tick, and we have a lot stored. We're outpowering it. We have all the machines over here. And, oh, I forgot. Yeah, this is how we'll turn it on and off, but, yeah, I think if I just, actually, let's just, test to make sure it's working. If I flip this, boom, it's now making, we now have snowballs. Let's change it to ice. Yeah, I'm not going to comment on how silly this kind of feels, but I think one thing I kind of forgot is that it has to power this to power that. Oops, I'll have to fix that later. So, at least we know the machine's working. Hopefully the setup does work with the different levers to control where the stuff goes. Also, if we come back down here, I almost forgot, we got 3 more spell points. 3! So now we can learn more spells. Might as well learn gravity. Magic damage. Can we unlock it? Yes, we can. And frost damage. So apparently we can't unlock all these tiers yet. Maybe because we don't have bounce. Maybe we're just not high enough level. What the? Talents and affinity stuff. Oh, my affinity. I'm currently going towards fire and earth. Fire gives me a weakness to water, so pretty much it's transforming me into a fire bat slowly. But yeah, we'll keep playing around. How about I prepare more spells off camera so we can try them out later and see how that works? Because, yeah, I need to probably do a bit more practice as well. And research in the arcane book up here to make sure how all this stuff works, because it's a bit above me. Or at least it's something I haven't really been preparing in. Okay, well, I think that's about it for this episode. We got the machines and the Emmy all set up, although I still have to make sure the power system's working right, get the stuff into the Emmy off camera, and make sure all these machines are wired right. Maybe I'll rewire them even. I don't know. It looks pretty ugly, I have to admit. The idea of having all the machines in the wall looked a lot nicer, but actually automated with pipes made it look a lot worse. So yeah, but we did the magic stuff. We made the division sigil, which I'm not going to be touching till next episode. I'm slowly dying and I don't have food. I showed you off the new base design. And yeah, I think that was about everything I want to do this episode. Hopefully Purple will join me next episode and we can do some more exciting stuff. Woo, excitement, yeah. But yeah, The goal, though, is to be preparing for a rematch with the Wither now. Lava Power is the big thing I wanted to get done, but I think I might actually want to try and finish the base over here, or at least work on it for Chapter 1, so that at the start of the Chapter 2 of videos, when we go more into the tech stuff, it will be at least ready to live in and work on expanding. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this episode and all the stuff I've been working on. I'm about to starve to death, so until next time, goodbye.